Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're taking on connective tissue.
hmm
It's really the body's sort of fundamental architecture, isn't it? The framework holding everything together.
It really is. And, to understand it, you kind of have to shift your thinking.
How so?
Well, unlike epithelial tissue, where it's all about the cells packed together,
Hmm.
connective tissue is defined by what's between the cells.
Ah, the extracellular matrix, the ECM.
Exactly. That's the star of the show here. Absolutely.
Right. So our sources point to three core components in all connective tissues, from blood right through to bone.
Yep. You've got ground substance, fibers, and cells.
But like you said, we really need to focus on that matrix, the ECM.
We absolutely do. And it has basically two parts. Let's start with the ground substance.
Okay.
Imagine it like a hydrated gel. It fills all the space between the cells and fibers. Think of it as the stage.
A gel. So is it just squishy? How does it handle pressure, like in joints?
Well, that's where the chemistry gets interesting. It's packed with these huge molecules called glycosaminoglycans, or GAGs,
Yeggs, like hyaluronic acid.
exactly like hyaluronic acid. And these GAGs have a really strong negative charge.
Okay. So they repel each other.
They do, but more importantly, they attract massive amounts of water. They're like water magnets.
Ah, so they bind up the water.
Precisely. And that bound water means the ground substance can resist compression. It becomes this amazing hydraulic shock absorber.
Which you absolutely need in cartilage, right?
Vital for joint cartilage, yes.
Okay, so that's the gel. What about the structure within it, the fibers?
Right. The fibers provide the reinforcement, the armature,
Hmm.
and the main one is collagen.
The most abundant protein in the body, I read.
By far. It forms these thick, incredibly strong, sort of wavy ropes. Its job is resisting tension, pulling forces.
And there's a clinical link here, isn't there, with vitamin C,
Oh, absolutely. Collagen synthesis needs vitamin C. Without it, you get scurvy.
which means
Your collagen just doesn't form properly. Wounds don't heal. Blood vessels become fragile. It's a structural failure, basically. Shows how crucial that vitamin is.
wow. Okay, so collagen for strength. What else?
Then you have elastic fibers, made of elastin and fibrillin.
These are the stretchy ones.
That's right. They can stretch maybe 1.5 times their length, and then crucially, they snap right back. Recoil.
Where would you find those mainly? Skin, arteries.
Yep, skin, large arteries, lungs, places that need to stretch and return to shape.
And there's a condition linked to these too, Marfan syndrome.
Correct. A mutation in the fibrillin gene messes up the elastic fibers. Tissues become weak.
And that can be dangerous.
Very. Especially the aorta, the big artery from the heart, risk of rupture. It really highlights how critical that precise structure is.
Okay, so we have the matrix ground substance and fibers. What about the cells actually living and working in there?
Good question.
Well,
We need the workers.
oh,
There are two main fixed cells you absolutely need to know. First, the fibroblast. This is the master builder. It makes everything in the ECM.
it synthesizes the collagen, the elastic fibers, and the ground substance.
All of it. It's the key producer cell.
Okay, who's the second one?
The macrophage.
Yeah,
Think of it as the resident immune guard and garbage collector.
so it cleans up debris, fights infection.
Yes, but it's more active than just cleanup.
Hmm.
Macrophages can also signal to fibroblasts.
How does that work?
Well, after an injury, if macrophages stick around clearing debris for too long, they can actually signal the fibroblasts to produce too much fiber.
Leading to scar tissue.
Exactly. That's essentially how scar tissue forms. It's an overresponse driven partly by the macrophage signals.
Fascinating. Okay, let's briefly touch on types. I know there's lax and dense connective tissue.
Right. Lax is, well, looser, more ground substance, fewer fibers, more cells wandering around. It's often where inflammation happens.
And dense is the opposite, fiber dominant.
Yep, packed with fibers, fewer cells. And within dense, there's dense regular.
That's tendons and ligaments, right, where the collagen is all lined up.
Perfectly parallel bundles,
Right.
like tiny cables. Gives incredible strength, but mainly in one direction.
Which makes sense for pulling a bone or holding a joint stable.
Precisely.
Now, this structure stuff leads to a really practical question. Healing. Why do some tissues, like tendons, heal so slowly compared to, say, bone?
The million-dollar question. It comes down mostly to blood supply. Let's compare two specialized types.
Okay.
You have cartilage, firm, flexible, rubbery. But critically, it's avascular,
No blood vessels.
none directly within it,
Ah.
and no nerves either. The cells, chondrocytes, live in little spaces called lacunae, getting nutrients very slowly by diffusion through that dense matrix.
Right. And bone.
Bone is the opposite. Hard, mineralized matrix, yes, but it's highly vascularized, full of blood vessels.
So the takeaway is,
If you tear cartilage or tendon dents regular, also poorly vascularized healing is incredibly slow, sometimes incomplete. Why? Because there's no good highway for repair cells and nutrients to get in quickly.
but if you break a bone, the blood supply is right there.
Exactly. It brings everything needed for repair much faster. That's why bones often heal faster and more completely than tendons or cartilage. It's all about the plumbing, the vascular network.
So connective tissue isn't just passive stuffing, it's this dynamic, structured environment defined by its amazing matrix.
Absolutely. It holds you together, provides strength, allows flexibility, and even manages repair, all thanks to the interplay of fibers, ground substance, and cells.
Okay, a final thought then, something for us to ponder.
Consider the eye. You have the sclera, the white part, and the cornea, the clear window at the front.
Both are connective tissue, right? Dense connective tissue.
Both are dense connective tissue, yet the sclera is totally opaque, white. The cornea is perfectly transparent.
How? If they're made of similar stuff?
It's the organization. In the cornea, the collagen fibers are arranged in this incredibly precise, almost crystalline lattice. Perfect microscopic order.
And that allows light through without scattering it.
Exactly. The slightest imperfection in that order, and it wouldn't be clear. So what does that level of perfect structural control, down to the nanoscale, tell us about how function-like transparency can arise from seemingly simple building materials? It's quite something.
A miracle of biological engineering. Definitely
Yeah.
something to think about. Thanks for this deep dive.
My pleasure.